Also, these are solutions for the paper I set before Easter. I'm sorry for the delay. So first question is a ratio question. So John's going to Newcastle and he's going to fill up his windscreen washer, and he mixes 1 part screen wash with 5 parts water. So it's a ratio. So we'll have the screen wash to the water, and the ratio is 1 to 5. And it says he uses 125 ml of screen wash. Screen wash, 125. And what we need to say is how many times, what do I have to times 1 by to get to 125? So I've multiplied it by itself, 125. And with the ratio, I have to do the same to both sides. So times that by 125 as well. 5 times 125 is going to give me 625, and that is milliliters. So my final answer, 625 milliliters. Second question, we're dealing with time. So he wants to arrive at his sister's house for 1:30 p.m. and he plans his journey, which is 5 hours to Newcastle, 10 minutes to fill up with fuel, and 45 minutes for breakfast. So altogether, 5 hours, and then 10 plus 45. It's going to give us 55 minutes. So 5 hours and 55 minutes is his total time. The question asks, what is the latest time John can leave if he's going to arrive by 1:30 p.m. So we're going to go backwards from 1:30 by 5 hours and 55 minutes. So we say 1:30. If we go back 1 hour, let's say we're going to break it down into parts. If we go back 1 hour, it's going to be 12:30. And then if we go back a further 4 hours, that's going to take us to 8:30. And then we want to take away the 55 minutes as well. Which will take us back to 7:35. And that's AM, that's in the morning. So final answer, 7:35. Next question, we're talking about his fuel. And it says you can save a third of the cost of your fuel by driving efficiently. He spends £72 each week, and he thinks that driving efficiently can save him £100 every 4 weeks. So we need to say if he's correct. So we can start off by saying, if he saves a third each week, how much is that? So we want to find a third of £72. And we can do that by just dividing 72 by 3, which would give us £24. So that's for 1 week. And he thinks he can save £100 every 4 weeks. So if we do £24 multiplied by 4, that's going to give us £96. So is he correct? Does it save him £100? Nope, it saves him 96. There's also a check for this one. To do your check, you just do this calculation backwards. So you would do 96 divided by 4 to give you 24, and then 24 multiplied by 3 to give you 72. So next question, John wants to change his car and he's going to buy a second-hand car. So it's got 2 options. One is the cash price, and the cash price is £8,000. Or you can use the payment plan. It tells us the details of that here. And its salesman says the deposit for the car is £1,400 and the monthly payments are £200. So we only have to work out how much it's going to cost by the payment plan. So the deposit is £1,400, and then monthly payments, £200, and there's 36 of them. So we want to do 36 times 200, which gives us £7,200. So in total, it would be 7,200 plus 1,400, which is going to equal to £8,600. It says, is the payment plan cheaper than the cash price? Cash price is £8,000. Payment plan is 8,600. So our answer is yes. Okay, so the next question, you're looking at a graph, and it's price for fuel for 1 litre in pennies, and it's got all these different garages. And then we're going to find the mean. So we're going to add them all together and divide by how many there are. And we're going to compare that to the UK average, which is there. So I've already marked all of these off. What we need to be a bit careful with here is between each whole penny, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes. So what that means is each small box is worth 0.2. So if we look at this one, that would be 124, 124.2, 124.4, 124.6, and then this one is halfway between, so I've said 124.7. And I've done that for all of these. And then I'm just going to add all these together and divide by how many there are. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I add all those together and I divide by 5, it's going to give me 125.58 pence per litre. The word here that tells me what I have to do next is compare. So it's asking me to compare these two prices. The way I'm going to do that is by saying I'm going to take the average price up here and I'm going to take away the price that I found. I work that out, it's going to give me 0.99 pence. So the difference is 0.99 pence. So question 4, Jessica is secretary of the Hillside Players, so this is the band, and she needs to arrange 4 dates in October for rehearsals. So this is all information for when people can and cannot do the rehearsals. And the other important things that tells us is we need all 4 people to be there, and we don't want more than 1 rehearsal in a week. So we're just going to go through each one and cross out the days that people definitely can't do. So Dawn cannot do weekends, so can't do Sunday, can't do Saturday. That's Dawn done. Cara is on holiday and she can't come from the 5th to the 12th, inclusive, so all the dates between the 5th and the 12th. So can't do that. No, we can't do that. Pascal cannot do Wednesdays and Thursdays, so no Wednesdays, no Thursdays. And Ron can only do Tuesdays and Fridays, so he can't do Monday. So I'm left with these dates. We need to do 1 each week. So you have some options here. So you could just say, we're just going to do all of them on Friday. So we're going to do Friday the 2nd, Friday the 16th, Friday the 23rd, Friday the 30th. You could have also chosen these for the second 3, or any combination, as long as there is only 1 per week. So next question, Jessica is going to book something for the Village Hall for a show. I've got a list of prices, and these are the things she needs to book. So she needs to book hall and stage, and also the stage light. So that's the only 2 things I'm looking at. These are the costs for 1 day, and she needs to use the hall for 6 days. And she has $450 to cover all the booking, and we need to say if that is enough. So what we're going to do is say 37 times 6, and we're also going to do 32 times 6. So 37 times 6 is going to give us £222. And 32 times 6. It's going to give us £192. If we add those together, it's going to give us £414 in total. So does she have enough? Yes. Again, we need to show a check for this. So for the check, just a calculation backwards. So you can do 414, take away one of these, and then divide by 6 to get back to one of your original numbers. Question 5, we want to find out how many seats can fit into this hall. So Jessica knows that they can fit 16 rows. So from here to here, it's going to be 16 rows. And this distance is 7 meters, and each seat is 500 millimeters wide. She thinks she can fit 250 seats in the hall. So what we need to do is find out how many seats fit into the 7 meters. Before we do that, we have to change 500 mil, or 500 millimeters even, into meters. We do that by dividing by 1,000. So simply 0.5 meters. We need to say how many times does 0.5 go into 7? 7 divided by 0.5, it's going to give me 14 seats. So each row is going to contain 14 seats. There are 16 rows, so we need to do 14 seats times 16 rows. 14 times 16. It's going to give us 224 seats in total. So she thinks it's possible to fit 250. Is it possible? No. It can only fit 224. So moving on. The Hillside players sell 1,160 tickets in total. And the tickets, adults are £6 and children are half price, so children are half of 6, £3. I'm going to find out how much money they make from selling these tickets. So 290 are adult and the rest are children. So 290 are adult, and then we need to find out how many are children. So we're going to take away the 290. Just going to give us 870. That's for the children. So for the adults, we've got 6 times 290. And then for the children, we've got 3 times 870. 6 times 290 is 1,740. And then 3 times 870, 2,610. So in total, if we add both of those together, that's £4,350. £4,350. That's the amount of money I'll make from selling all of the tickets. Section C, question 6. Anna wants a new bathroom. She wants to buy a new toilet, a new basin, and a new bath. And she wants them all from the same range. So she finds these prices. We need to pay as little as possible. So first of all, we're going to do the Babette, and then we'll do the Juliet, and then we'll do the Rosalind. So for the Babette, we're just adding the 3 together. So 323.45 plus 184 plus 267.95. So for the Babette, it is £775.40. And then for the Juliet, add all of those together. It's going to give us 600 and £98.20. And for the Rosalind, add all of those together, so 243.78 plus 247.52 plus 227. It's going to give us £718.30. So the cheapest one, or one you pay the least for, is the Juliet. And it's going to cost £698.20. It's also a check for this one as well, so you just want to do your calculations backwards. So you can do these, take away each one of these, go back to 0. The key thing here is she wants them all from the same range. So you had to do everything from Paulette, or everything from Juliet, or everything from Rosalind. Next up, we have got Anna wants to tile a wall in a bathroom. So we're looking at an area question. And the wall is 300 by 240. The tiles she likes are 60 centimeters by 30 centimeters. They're sold in boxes, and each box contains 6 tiles. She wants enough to cover the wall. We need to find out how many boxes of tiles she needs. So first of all, we're going to find the total area. So the area is just the length times the width. So the area here, total area, is equal to 300 times 240. So 72,000 centimeters squared. So that's the total. And then we're going to find the area for each tile. So area of each tile, we're just going to do the same, 60 times 30. It's going to give me 1,800 centimeters squared. And then I want to find out how many tiles can go into the total. So I'm going to do 72,000 divided by 1,800. Which tells me 40. So I need 40 tiles in total. Tiles are sold in boxes, and each box contains 6 tiles. So I'm going to need to buy, if I bought 6 boxes, that would give me 6 times 6, 36 tiles, which is not enough. So I have to say 7 boxes, 6 times 7 is equal to 32 tiles. So I need 7 boxes. So I'm going to have a couple of tiles left over. So now Anna wants to buy tiles for a bathroom floor, and she estimates that she needs 32. Shop assistant says, buy more tiles in case you need extra to cut. So he gives her this rule where you estimate. Her estimate, for instance, is 32. Then we're just going to multiply it by 10, then multiply by 11, and divide by 10, and that's going to show the number of tiles you need to buy. So she thinks that if you do all of this, it shows she needs to buy 40 tiles. I'm going to say if she's correct. So what we're going to do is say her estimate, 32 times 11. So we multiply that by 11, 32 times 11, 352. And then we do 352 divided by 10. It's going to give me 35.2. So this rule would show that she needs to buy 35.2 tiles. She thinks it shows she needs to buy 40 tiles, so is she correct? No. So last question, we're doing a plan, and we're going to place the toilet and the basin. Just off screen here, it says that the key is 1 square is 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters. 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters, so 25 centimeters. So toilet must be in a corner of the room and not in front of the window, and it needs a rectangular floor space, 50 centimeters by 125. So we're just going to divide each of these by 25. So 50 divided by 25 is 2. And then 15 divided by 25. Sorry, and then 125 divided by 25 is going to be 5. So it's going to be 2 squares by 5 squares. And the basin has to be against a wall, and it needs a space which is 75 meters square, so that's 75 meters times 75. So I'm going to divide by 25. So for the basin, it's going to be 3 squares by 3 squares. And then I'm just going to draw these onto the plan. So the basin, you can put here 3 squares by 3 squares. So basin. And then my toilet, which is 2 by 5. Can't go in front of the window, so it can't go here. It can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 2. So my toilet is going to go here. It's my toilet. And that is it. That's the end of the paper.